Hello, and welcome to the Historical Society of Pennsylvania. Thank you all for joining us this evening. My name is Keith Lyons. I'm the membership manager here at HSP. Just to give you a little background on us, the Historical Society of Pennsylvania was founded in 1824 and is one of the nation's oldest and largest archives of historic documents. We have more than 21 million documents under our roof, including many of our nation's treasures, including handwritten drafts of the U.S. Constitution, a signed copy of the Emancipation Proclamation, William Still's Underground Railroad Journal, and the first photograph taken in the U.S. I'd also like to thank our partners for tonight's program, the Library Company of Philadelphia, Philadelphia Society for the Preservation of Landmarks, and Haskell. Our speaker tonight is the author of Worst President Ever, which is currently on sale in the lobby if you do not have a copy already. A biography of James Buchanan. He is a former reporter for Sports Illustrated, a feature writer for the Philadelphia Daily News, and a news and sports producer for KYWTV. Since 1999, he has taught non-fiction writing in Penn, and has been a freelance writer with his major client being the New York Times, where he's had more than 1,000 articles. Lives in Pennsylvania, New Jersey. Copies of both Worst President Ever were for sale on Landry after the program, for selling for $20 evening. Our guest tonight will be happy to autograph them for you as well. Now, join me in extending a warm welcome to Robert Strauss.
Thanks. The advance for this is I'm going to talk about the crazy election of 1856, and I promised that I will, because I imagine most of you study history in some way, either formally or formally, and you know, of course, that if you forget history, you don't have to have Alzheimer's to forget history. It happened yesterday, you don't remember. But I want to tell you how I came to write this book, and that is that when I was a little boy, like many little boys of the 50s, I was fascinated by baseball. And my father would come home with paper, and I'd tear out box scores, look through them as if they were data leading to the discovery of the Earth or something. And but he also wanted me to know something about something else. So he got me with this book, which is now not just golden, but burnt sienna. And it's all facts about the presidents. And it is the money ball of presidents. Because random page, Martin Van Buren says, age of inauguration, 54 years, 89 days. They're there for term, 21 years, 142 days. Born February 17th, 1737, Albany, New York. Well, anyway, you can guess how I was an only child of older parents, and I was poring over this at age 6, whatever. And so it was easy to become fascinated by the presidents, just the same way I would have been fascinated by Richie Ashburn. And so then, of course, he knows that I'm like the presidents. So what does he buy me? But the American president's in miniature. There's Cleveland. There's Jefferson. Jefferson's got like stylized like this. Of course, here's my friend, James Buchanan. So I have this long-term fascination with the presidents, and of course the trivia about the presidents. Not really what the Battle of Gettysburg should have been, but what are the names of the double things general at the Battle of Gettysburg, allegedly discovered where the Wizard of baseball was in, but the point is sort of made that baseball president's connection. So, and then today, I was at Ken speaking earlier, and the woman who ran the speakers bureau or whatever it is there gave me this, a Pez dispenser. James, you get a Pez dispenser. You know that that's on my shelf, right? Imagine. She said her mother got her a series of, I guess she was in a flea market or something, got her a series of Pez dispensers to the presidents. I don't know how she part this, but so then, you know, so I've been freelance writer for a long time, and people as a reporter. So I've written many stories, and as reporters who are here, reporters, and you get excited about it. Some you get excited about it, but it's your job. It's not. You know, and if you like your job, as I did, many stories were good. But I never wrote a book, right? And so I never had this sort of overall experience of writing everything about somebody, researching everything about somebody. You know, I don't know if you've ever gone to a party with a reporter, you know, whatever you do, you know, say a doctor, you know, just research, I don't know, chlamydia. And the reporter would say, well, I was sort of story about chlamydia, you know. Here we are the Jeopardy champions. You know? If there's anything reporters can do, it's be on Jeopardy, because we know right through, right, you know, like this much about everything, but nothing like this, right? Anyway, so time comes, and I wrote another book called Daddy's Little Goalie. There's a memoir about being a dad of girl athletes. And my kids were good but not great, but the whole thing wasn't a how-to. Two of the teachers would do so about the, you know, temperaments, but it wasn't like a how-to be a sports parent. It was just like how he bonded. And so I would tell funny stories, and you know, for instance, I know this is not teaching yet, but you know, you're entertaining too. And you know, like what my younger daughter was playing on some hotsy-totsy 10-year-old basketball team. They were playing in some tournament, and after the game, I went over and put my arm around her and I said, Sylvia, it's great that you were the high scorer for the team. It's a shame it was with 1 point. They got me 44-1. So to me, that's the story. You know, the story is not the major story that you find. It's not George Washington and everything he did. It's crazy things he did. It's whether he, he didn't go to museums like this during the convention. Well, I happened to be over at the Constitution Center when the guy who runs Mount Vernon was there, and he brought a copy of Washington's annotated Constitution. Okay, and to me, that's like great. You know, I got to see this. And those of you who were Jewish, you know, the Talmud has all these things on the margins, and that's the way Washington had the Constitution as you would see it. But he wrote. I didn't see what he said about Jefferson. He's really big about this. So that's sort of exciting. So then I'm looking for another topic to write about, and I gave my agent 4 topics. One of them has to do with the building that you're in. Okay, so for those of you who've been in Philadelphia long enough, 13th and Locust had a connotation. And it was not the Historical Society. I can tell you that. Right? So it's all the gay bars and the bust-out bars, whatever it was, you know, when I was young working in restaurants, that if you said you're going to 13 and Locust, like, I don't know, maybe why you're going to go, right? Okay, so that's one connotation it has. Also, as you know, it's the corner where Daniel Faulkner was shot and killed, whether you believe in the Aboriginal did it or not, it's still. So that's a world celebrated case right here, similarly on this corner. And in addition, I played basketball over at the sporting club at Royal Locust. And I played the early morning game, which used to start at 5:30, now starts at maybe 6:15. but in any case, so the parking along here is free until 8 in the morning. If anybody is never interested in that. So I'm done by 8, so I have free parking. If I go from Jersey, free parking in the middle of Center City. Who would think that that actually exists? But anyway, so I have parking. And many times, there are still sort of a transvestite pickup corner at that time of the morning. I know you probably aren't walking back here at 5:30 in the morning, but that's what's happening. So I say that that's sort of either what's endearing about living in the city or reprehensible, depending on how you feel about it. But still, it's what's interesting about the city. And as you know, if you go to the library company, you're in between the library company and the Historical Society is this window, and in the window is Ben Franklin and the toad, right, an old statue. So then I find that I didn't know that many of James Buchanan's papers are in this book. So with all of this, Ben Franklin and the toad, which transvestite pickups, they're already playing basketball, and James Buchanan, how could I not write that? There were quite a reason to write that, with all, like the statue. So that's how I come to write that. And when I finally pitched the story to my agent, or the book to my agent, in Hollywood they call it the elevator pitch, you have to do something fast enough that, by the time the elevator gets to the ground, the guy gets off, he's heard his head. So my line was, and this is a couple of years ago, of course, that half of America thinks Barack Obama is the worst president, the other half thinks George Bush is the worst president, but neither of them started a civil war. So that's the genesis of why I'm writing. But then, of course, you have to prove it. You have to do something. You have to say that this is why. And so when I looked at the 1856 election, I really knew I was going to be back on my wife's just she doesn't realize I've already talked for 10 minutes. And it started. She would find that typical. And anyway, so the 18 years, so when we're looking at this election, our election today, and I'm sure no matter what the political proclivity you're seeing, oh my God, what a crazy election. Hillary is Donald's that. He's saying this, she's saying that. Conservative, they call conservatives now, instead of partisans. I don't know, that's the new term for everybody else's term. But anyway, so we think this is a crazy election, but if you step back and look at other elections, and 1856 isn't the only one, but it's a good one, and it has a lot to do with this neighborhood. Okay, so those of you who know history better than me really can correct me on certain things, but I'm going to make sort of suppositions and use facts the way I want. That is what journalists do, right? And media. So here we have this election coming up, the election of 1856. And in 1853, the end of, beginning of 1853, we have a president who's of the Whig Party, right? Well, he's Miller Fillmore. He succeeded when Zachary Taylor died. And they do have an election. Franklin Pierce beats the Whig candidate, Winfield Scott, by a lot, sort of in the Reagan-Mondale but pretty good. But then the Whig Party just sort of disintegrates because the two great Whigs, not Fillmore, Daniel Webster and Henry Clay, just died during the campaign in 1852. So there's sort of nobody take like the cudgel of this party, and it sort of evolves into the remnants of two other parties. To show how one of them was sometimes called the American Party, but really more popularly known as the No Nothing Party. And so if you think we have a bizarre election, think of an election where the party itself holds itself. I think it's sort of bizarre, isn't it? And it comes from they had secret meetings or some such, and they come out and say, I know nothing, like the heroes. Who's the guy? Who's the general? Schultz, right? So these are people all around. All right, so the Know Nothing Party, and this may bring you back to the current day, their big platform was anti-immigration. Not Mexicans, but Catholics, and mostly Germans and Irish people, who, same people, I suppose, who are not like Mexicans now. But in any case, so the thought was, in this sort of extension of the thought, was the Pope was going to come here and take over America. And certainly the Germans and Irish had taken the jobs of the English or whoever were the current people here. So this is sort of an anti-papist and anti-immigrant and anti-union party. They met in their convention in June, I believe it was, or sort of in the summer, over at the National Hall, which is about where the TSFS building, the Rose Hotel, is now, more or less, over there. They really didn't have a standard here, this party. They had some Whigs and some Democrats. And so they went looking for one. And the person they found was Millard Fillmore. And there's no, as much as I could research, Millard Fillmore never said anything prior to this about being anti-Catholic or anti-immigrant. But he would be in the White House again, clearly, because he was pissed that they didn't nominate him the other time. Seeing it was this guy Franklin here said he would without. So they pick up Fillmore as their candidate. So then there's this new party, the Republican Party, formed in sort of meetings in Michigan, Wisconsin, 1854, and their sort of big issue is they don't want slavery to spread anymore. They weren't particularly anti-slavery in the greater sense. I mean, some abolitionists, but certainly Northerners and people who didn't like the South. That's sort of more the reason I would say. But slavery did, I think, was a big part of the platform. So many Whigs, including the sort of most prominent Whig at that point, William Seward, remember him, right, from the movie David Street, right, isn't that his name? So he's sort of the most prominent guy, but he sort of steps back. I think he's thinking, my view is he's thinking, I'm not going to win this time, but if I wait 4 more years, maybe this party will be better and we'll have a shot. And there's this guy from Illinois who's sort of in the wings, but he actually tries to be vice president, and he doesn't make it. But who do they nominate for a celebrity? Now, the Apprentice, guy, but the Pathfinder. So he might have rated like 2 sentences in your high school history book, John Fremont. Now, John Fremont has these qualities. He's illegitimate. His father was from French Canada. Sort of not Ted Cruz's father was from Spanish Canada. But more or less, same kind of thing. He takes this French Canadian man, takes up with the North Carolina woman, they have this kid, he goes off, and he dies much after. And so Fremont's brought up by his mother, pretty much in North Carolina, elsewhere. But he then becomes his self-made man. He becomes the person who pretty much maps the West. Obviously, there were other people, but he and Kit Carson was friend. And there should be sort of that, if Westerns ever come back, there could be one that they didn't do, it should. But in any case, so he maps the West. He does 4 or 5 excursions, depending on how you figure this 5th excursion. Mostly to California, but elsewise too. In sort of this time period, he marries one of the belles of Washington, Jessie Benton. She's 17 years old. And Jessie Benton's father is Thomas Benton, an ancestor of the artist Thomas Benton. And forgive me that I don't know whether he's his grandfather or great uncle or whatever it was, but in any case, he's more important because he, with the deaths of Clay and Webster, was the longest-serving senator in the United States. He's from Missouri, but he's in Washington. So, so Jessie, this beautiful woman, presumably beautiful woman, it becomes the Kris Kardashian to John Fremont's Bruce Jenner. She sees something in this guy, right? And what she sees in this guy is he's the pathfinder. He wasn't the pathfinder, he was the guy who explored, right? He writes these dry journals of wherever he went. She takes them, she dusties them up. She takes them all around to her dad's friends in Washington, all the people that she knows. He becomes famous, right? He's famous. He's Bruce Jenner. In any case, now he done something real, like Bruce Jenner did, but it sort of faded in some way, but now he's famous. So he does have some sort of appointments as military governor of California, he's court marshal, so and he comes back and the Republicans nominate. Where do the Republicans have the convention? 5 blocks down the street. They have a musical fund hall. You ever seen a musical fund hall? It's 9 condos now, right? I went to the buzzers Canada. It's, you can't, I mean, this is about how many people they drive in the convention. I mean, it doesn't go over the ladder street. It certainly is only like half the clock. So, that's the Republican conventions there. They nominate Fremont. Lincoln sort of wants to be the vice presidential choice, but he loses out. And in any case, so there we have that part. Okay, so they're not on the ballot anywhere in the South. Well, with some of the top states, but none of these. So there's virtually no chance they're going to win, but so what? You know, the know-nothings figure, all right, we got this shot, you know, how there's no majority because of the House in every state. We'll get 1 vote, so maybe if we get it to the House, maybe we'll get. So they're on the ballot everywhere. And then there's the Democrats. Okay, the Democrats are not what they are today. They're party slavery. What can I tell you? That's the biggest thing they are. There are other things, and there are states' rights and less government and all that other stuff, but they've had a pretty good streak because they've had 10 of the last 13 presidents, right? Pretty good streak, 10 or 13 in the major leagues, right? And 10 and 3 would be the All-Star. So at any rate, but they don't like the current president, Franklin Pierce. So he's leaning too far to the south. He screws up some things in Kansas. And he's the handsomest guy around. He's the handsomest president, they say. His best friend is Nathaniel Hawthorne, and he's an intellectual. Whatever he is, they say, we don't like him. So they have this, their conventions in Cincinnati. There's the 16 ballots. It isn't like Buchanan came out of there, rocking at the top. On the 16th ballot, they picked the compromise candidate, the man with the longest resume in government service in anybody in our history. He served as, he was from Lancaster, Lancaster. When he moved to Lancaster from Mercersburg, after he finished Dickinson College, which is not Mercersburg, but his family was Mercersburg, it was the largest inland city in the United States, 6,000 people. That's how small the country was. I hear people say anything that happens today, anything that happens today, I mean, it's 320, 330 million people here. Of course, it's a fine example for everything. But back when this election happened, it was 30 million people. It's 1/10 the size population. There were 4 million people, 4 or 5 million people that voted in this election. That's how many people are going to vote in Indiana this year. Right? The population is about the same size, more or less the same size as Texas. So, and the people who are voting are only mostly landed white people, landed white men, right? No women. I guess there were probably some free blacks that voted, I'm not sure. But it's a big argument. It's rich white people were voting. Or titularly rich. So anyway, so this guy Buchanan gets nominated. I said he'd been a state legislator, he'd been U.S. Congressman, U.S. Senator, Secretary of State, Minister of Russia, Minister to Great Britain. That's pretty long. He didn't become Hillary's first ladies. And even became first ladies in Arkansas, so it wasn't that, right? To come close. But some people have asked me about this, Washington Post had to write a story about experience. So here's something that, they're counting every time Hillary went up to elected this experience. It's not quite the same. This guy really know a lot since he was elected on these things, or appointed by it. And it was said that he was going to be nominated to the Supreme Court by both Polk and Tyler. So he was a substantial guy. But anyway, he gets elected because the Democrats have they're most walking around. Yeah. They're established. They're better financed. They're in all the states. He wins sort of in a walk. Fillmore takes Maryland. Sort of funny that Maryland was founded by Catholics and they won the anti-Catholic. But and the Republicans take a smattering of states in the world. So Buchanan becomes president. So now the aftermath. So why is he the worst guy? Okay, so he takes it upon himself. His big thing is going to be, well, first, as a sidelight, which is what I love. I like sidelights better than front. He's the best party giver in the United States. Okay. We've gone through this sort of from after Van Buren to before Buchanan. It's a desultory group of guys. Because the first guy after Van Buren is William Henry Harrison. He dies after him, right? John Tyler, his wife's sick all the time. She dies soon after. I can't remember if he was still in office or not. And there was the party going on there in Washington. Then comes James Polk. Polk's wife is a teetotaler. The party there, right? Washington ain't much, but this is the biggest center city. There's no sips on Wednesday night in Washington. So then after that comes Taylor. Well, he dies, right? Then Fillmore comes in. Well, his wife is sick through his whole presidency. She dies like a month after he's out of office. And then the saddest of all possible stories, Franklin Pierce, Hanson Franklin Pierce, guy from New Hampshire who's, like I said. So he has 3 kids. 2 of them die before he gets elected. And then on the train, like after the election, he sort of blinded his way down to Washington. And they're in Massachusetts. The train has an accident. His son dies in front. His little kid. 3 kids. His whole family, white people. Right? His wife goes into mourning. She's always wearing black and everybody else. She never really goes to the party. So there's nothing going on for those many presidential years. Buchanan is well known as a partier. He's given, when he's in Russia, he gives parties to sort of ingratiate himself with the Tsar. He's in England, same thing. he's known to drink, Lancaster, to drink the best of Madeira and go out, on the town, smoke cigars. So he and his niece, Harriet Lane. Anybody hear of Harriet Lane? Okay, so one person for Harriet Lane. She's Lynn Miranda's next musical, really. So Harriet Lane is his niece. He kind of was never married. He takes care of a lot of his nieces and nephews. So she must have been his sister's daughter. His sister and brother died. He takes care of her. At 10 years old, 11 years old, she comes to live with him. He takes care of her, sends her to school. When he goes to England, she's a young lady, and she's like Queen Victoria loves her. She wants to set her up with every earl and duke and prince. He comes back to America. He becomes president. She becomes the first lady. Now, Valerie Madison's the first lady too, but they had to figure out something that wasn't the way for the president in the Second World War. Well, if Jessie Benton is Chris Kardashian, she's Kim Kardashian. Because she's the woman that every young woman wants to be. She's Jackie Kennedy. She's, they made trading cards, more or less, baseball cards. They were called, but commemorative cards with Harry Lane's picture on them. There's everything that she wears, the young women want to wear. They name a Coast Guard cutaway for her, Harriet Lane, right? So that Harriet Lane eventually fires the first shot for the Union in the Civil War. It's down Fort Sumter. But eventually it's captured by the Confederates. And they don't rename it. It's still the Harriet Lane, even though it's a Confederate ship now, because she's so popular, even after this time, right? And if you can rename Jackie Kennedy, if you got those Cypriots, got it in leather, yeah, of course. And on in her life, she becomes the doyen of Washington. Valerie Madison was, and Alice Longworth was after, or Nessa was after that. And there was no party that could be without Harriet Lane at it. And she inherited much of Buchanan's money, and she had a rich husband, and her kids died too. And he died, and with some of the money she started, she got together with this little new sort of medical school, Johns Hopkins, and so it's still the Harriet Lane Clinic. It is for childhood diseases. And when she died, she had this art collection, and she gave it to the United States to start a National Gallery of Art. So she's really like a significant person in our history, and one person is always her. You guys are the starters, right? So imagine what you forget. Anyway, and then something funny is that the National Gallery was reading out its paintings a couple of years ago, and one of the ones they sort of shoved up to the side was her favorite painting of her Uncle James Buchanan, which is no longer there. Well, in any case, so he gives this great party. The inaugural ball is really wonderful. It's in this big thing on what's the square? The square goes from it's not big square. They build this huge tent. 6,000 people come to it. It's there's a list of I have a list in the book of all the food that's served there. Saddles of venison, mutton, whatever else they have, and oysters, more wine than you can imagine. Star-spangled everything in place. Band, several hundred member band or something like this. And but in this interregnum that is after the election and the inauguration, Buchanan decides his legacy is to settle the slavery question forever. And what he does is he sees this little court case going through the system with a guy named Dred Scott, actually. You know, Dred Scott is relatively young. He was a slave. His master was in the army. At some point, he's in what is now Minnesota, so it's free territory. Comes back to Missouri. Eventually, the slave owner dies. Dred Scott sues for his freedom because he says he was in Minnesota as a free man. Anyway, as the Supreme Court then, it's not dissimilar to the Supreme Court now. There are parallels. Then, now it's the way it is now, but it was 5-4 conservative versus liberal. There was 5-4 southern versus northern. So the court case is going to be narrow at best. So if Buchanan gets together with his fellow Dickinson, anybody can go to Dickinson? Or you wouldn't need it. Anyway, so Buchanan went to Dickinson, and Roger taught him to Dickinson, the Supreme Court Chief Justice. And not really friends in that regard, because they talk much older. And so he says, well, you know, the only way we could have this be a broader decision and settle slavery forever is to convince some other northern judge to go justice to go along with it. Well, there happens to be another guy from Dickinson in the Supreme Court, Robert Strauss. And, you know, Buchanan, a big believer of the Constitution's separation of powers, of course, decides that you can suspend that for now, and he convinces Story to go along with whatever Tony would write. And then the justice from New York says that he'll write concurrently. So now it's exactly agreeing, but now it's a 7-2, so now they can make a larger. I don't know what they would have done on the Dred Scott or something, I don't know. They would have been very small, but now it's going to be a big, crazy thing. And so legend has it that as Buchanan was getting ready to give his inaugural speech, finally he was going to swear him in. He's the brother of Francis Scott Key, by the way, who was also a slaveholder. I'm looking at the Colin Kaepernick thing, but there's sort of reason to think that Francis Scott Key, the land of free, home to brave, was not for free. But that's another story. But anyway, he's Francis. He's Tony's brother-in-law. So all these people knew each other, right? So Tony tells Buchanan that there's going to be a decision, presumably. So Buchanan, who was among all his gala, has printed up his inaugural address and given out to people in the audience. There are a couple of lines in there that aren't on the printed sheet because he changes it to say that there's going to be this decision coming out from seen by some sort of vague way. Well, it comes out 2 days later. It's the Dred Scott decision. And I don't know if there are any constitutional law scholars for that. In my book, I talked to Kermit Roosevelt, Teddy Roosevelt's great grandson, is a constitutional law professor at Penn. And he said, you know, the Korematsu decision, you know, that is the Japanese internment decision. He says, Korematsu was really, really bad decision. He said, but that was nothing compared to Plessy versus Ferguson, Center for Evil. He said, that was nothing. Plessy versus Ferguson was really, really bad. The second worst decision in Supreme Court history, but that, like, is in 8th place, you know, in the major leagues compared to Dred Scott, which is really the worst decision that happened. Well, it essentially said that the Constitution didn't allow the states or the Congress to bar slavery. It's essentially what it was. It essentially made every state slave. There's nuances that aren't that, but that's essentially what's happening. So Buchanan influences this decision. He's real happy because he's going to settle slavery. This is how it's going to settle slavery. Well, of course, the rest of the country is like, that's going to money. So what happens then is that, let's say you own a teacup factory in Chicago, right? And you're sort of like going to have a second teacup factory in Springfield. Are we going to do this? I mean, because some guy can come up from Tennessee with his slaves and start doing this, you don't know how your competition's going to be. We just had a 20-year expansion. You know, the country expanded. Louisiana purchased are states, there are territories, Texas, and sort of helped along by the railroads. People were speculating in railroads, the industry, they're the startups of their day, and but suddenly now, people aren't moving around like they were. I mean, so the American dream stops. You know, that's the great part about America. At that time, so, well, think of the Mormons, and they started in New York, and they go to Illinois, and they keep getting kicked out further and finally get to Utah. But at least they found more places to go. And that's sort of symbolic of what America was. So anyway, the railroads start failing almost immediately. Some go out completely out of business, some just report bankruptcy. That makes the companies start failing. There's an insurance company in the United States, other companies. The Tinker factory probably isn't doing very well. And then one day, all the banks in New York close. They decide they can't take scrip anymore. They can only take gold and silver. Well, you know, in this Tinker factory, it's not like they can borrow gold in the back room and cut it up to make employees or your creditors. So we're sort of screwed in the north. The south, however, is agricultural. You can at least feed your family. You can clothe your family with cotton, you know, whatever. So you can make do. There are still some markets in Europe that you can go to with your cotton and your food you can still sell in the north. But so this causes a greater schism between north and south. We've already been there. I mean, you're on the southern team or you're on the northern team. I saw there's a quote down there on the wall about how south and north couldn't possibly live together in 1865. I don't even remember who said it, but it's in that entryway and there's gold borders around the contributors of this place. Anyway, so you have this sort of going on. So he's caused the Panic of 1857, which is the most precipitous depression we ever had. Now, we know the longest because there's something at the end that stops it. Surprise. But so Buchanan's reaction to the Panic of 1857 is this: screw you guys. You speculated on the railroads, you speculated on everything, you deserve what you got. So we'll continue the infrastructure improvements that we have already planned, but we're not going to do any more. We're not going to contribute anything to this. We're going to get out of it through, I think his words were American grit. One of his solutions is this. And what I like to do is still, as you can see, all the stories. In the book, I try to ask you to tell stories that were personal. Well, our 25th anniversary was coming up as I'm writing this book, and I'm trying to think like fun things that are 25. So I go to the local coin dealership, coin stand place. I don't know exactly what I'm looking for, but it's some quarter that's worth something, or some silver dollars from when we were married, or something, right? And as I'm waiting for the guy to look at me, there's this little display case of coins from the 19th century. And I see these, you know, they're all like large, right? They're like this, except that 1857, they're like this. This is Buchanan's response. We'll just make the coins smaller. That would solve everything. So anyway, so now we've got this era. Well, if I can say, it's creating more schism between the North and the South. Not that there's a great problem. It's sort of like the Big Ten versus the SEC. If you're in for Michigan, you should not root for Georgia. Meanwhile in Kansas, where we've all been, Kansas is sort of the next state up, next place up to the state. Sort of like coming up to the minor leagues and the territories and the major leagues of the states. And it's got to decide whether it's going to be slave or free. There are not many slaves in Kansas, but Missouri right next door is a slave state. Two different groups get together and have constitutions. In Compton, a little town, Topeka, sort of a larger town. The Topeka people are free state, the common people or slave state. Buchanan sends advisors out there. Well, it started with Pierce, but Buchanan sends advisors out there with some of the smartest people in foreign relations. They come back with ideas about what to do. Buchanan says, I don't know. I don't know what to do. Gotta support somebody. Gotta support somebody. I don't know. So he lets this fester. And as it festers, now people are like, want to fight about it. And so there's sort of, it's called Bloody Kansas. So there's sort of a mini war. Almost like grenade, regular. But so this mini war starts out there, and the person who becomes most famous in the mini war is John Brown, right? Kills a bunch of people with his brothers, sons. Anyway, so he becomes famous, such as famous. And it's not, I don't know if you get the impression when you say John Brown that he just sort of disappeared for a while until he gets to our story, but he didn't really. I mean, he's pretty well known. I don't know why he wasn't captured. But he kind of sort of screwed that up too, didn't he? But eventually he comes to this place, Harper's Ferry. Right? Have you ever been to Harper's Ferry? Beautiful big colony town. It wasn't a big colony in 1858. It was center of industry. It's armaments, it's ironworks, it's all sorts of industry. It's 40 miles down the river. Of course, here rivers were much more important than it's 40 miles down the river from Washington. So lots of goods came here. It's part of Virginia, slave state. And so Brown does this thing. I believe this guy's crazy. It's made up. He's got this idea that if he gets these people together, that people are eventually going to follow him. They need some arms, so he goes to the Harper's Ferry where he knows that there's arms. And so the battle there sort of ensues, and Buchanan says, well, let the Virginia people take care of it. Right? They'll take care of it. Well, not taking care of it right away. There's gun battles, and Brown is losing, but in any case, fortuitously, Robert Lee comes home to Arlington to visit. I'm sure it was more than that, but he's stationed in Texas. And he comes home and he says, he finds out about this thing going on at Harper's Ferry down the road. And he says, this isn't right. We've got to do something about this. So he goes to Buchanan. Buchanan says, okay, all right, let's see what you do. Go over there and see what you do. And of course, he quells the insurrection. Trial was fast and hanging, not so slowly. Didn't take years and years like cases do now. And said to be at the hanging were Stonewall Jackson and John Wilkes Booth. That was, well, they were not, but just that's the story. But what John Brown has become is a martyr, right? He's celebrated by Walt Whitman, New England writers, whatever. It just serves even more to separate the country. Buchanan is responsible for this, but he doesn't do anything about this guy for a year and a half. So now we come to the next election, 1860 election. Buchanan, among his good qualities, was somebody who never said anything bad about anyone. I've read a lot of Buchanan's papers. There's not one word that he said, this guy's an idiot, or anything like that. So he's a very polite man, except he hates Stephen Douglas. He's his rival. He feels that Douglas didn't support him. He once wrote a thank you note to him. He wrote a thank you note to Douglas after the 1856 election. He addressed it to the Honorary Samuel Douglas. Now you know Kate well, what the guy's name was, but they're at these, they have nothing. So anyway, so he just sort of stays out, and one of the things that he does is he chooses Charleston, South Carolina to be the convention center. He couldn't get a worse place, right? Like, it's in the South. Douglas is never going to be down in the South, really. And becomes this expensive party town, and people, a lot of prostitutes and all this other stuff are down in Charleston. But so when the first ballot comes, the first ballots come, and Douglas sort of is winning. Well, the Southern Democrats made some Democrats walk out, much like the Dixiecrats here in Philadelphia did in 1948, and they have a rum convention. And they, so that convention stops. Douglas eventually go to Baltimore and they nominate him, but now this other group of Democrats nominates John Breckinridge, the Southern Vice President for Buchanan, and then there's the Constitutional Union Party, sort of, I don't know what they would be, like the anti-Trump people this time. Like, oh God, I mean, it's a compromise, we've got to keep the union together, and they nominate a couple of guys, John Bellamy, one of them, who were well-known unionists and compromisers as well. So now the Democratic Party is three parties. Well, Lincoln's going to win, right? It doesn't even have to. He doesn't need a single vote in the South in the election. It doesn't, well, it doesn't have any states, obviously votes. But anyway, so now Lincoln gets elected. We're on our way to the Civil War, which of course ends the Pact of 1857, because now we guns and all this other stuff. But in any case, still to happen, the one thing that other people didn't do. I mean, I always call Buchanan the second most consequential American. George Washington being the first, started everything. Buchanan, yes, very short time, 4 years. Right? Let's think what that happened. Kids can go to college in 4 years. Stephen, what how about you say? Anyway, so now we have these states deciding to secede. 7 states decided to secede. Well, somebody's asked, people asked me, well, what did he do? What did anybody else do? I can take you back to a guy, Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson is getting his comeuppance these days by historians. What do you do with the American Indians and racism and all that? But what he also did was South Carolina would nullify a law. He says, can't do that. They said, well, then we'll secede. He says, you're not going anywhere. And he was the Don Corleone of presidents. Another manager, and this is what's going to happen, and it didn't happen. But Buchanan was not Andrew Jackson. In fact, Andrew Jackson didn't like Buchanan very much. And he made an ambassador to Russia, and he was just a Wednesday after his deathbed, said, did you really think you had to send him that far away? He says, if there was someplace further, I would send him. So, anyway, so these states started seceding. Buchanan's answer to that was, the Constitution says they cannot secede, but they give you no power to do anything about it. Well, it's not like you're between rock and a hard place. I guess you are. Why? There are people that do want to bring the country, keep the country together, including people that, including one person, the only American president not divided in the United States, John Tyler, because Tyler eventually became a Confederate congressman. He never actually became our legislature because he died before that, but he gets the White House for the first time since he's been in the White House. And he says, we gotta do something, form a commission, blah, blah, blah. So several other people, Stanton, who becomes famous, now one of the ages at Lincoln's death. So, but nothing happens. And of course the states secede. And things can't happen because somebody don't know, it's not enough legislators in Congress to pass it. There's no Mississippi delegation anymore, they're not here. And so a month later, so yes, the Civil War did not start during this term, but it was imminent. So I think that there are other sort of blind missteps that won that story. Anybody heard of the Pig War? Oh, sound like you heard of the Pig War. Okay. It's a great war. One of the great wars in American history. Okay, so you go up in Washington, there's the Olympic Peninsula, right? There's the San Juan Straits, go all up, like separating that in British Columbia. Well, the war being settlers, I forget the year, I think it was 1850, but it's sort of a kind of term. But during this time, the borders sort of fudged. And so the Americans are on one side, pretty much, and the Canadians, or the British, of course, are on the other side, but the sides don't exactly jive, especially in the islands. So there's one American settler, a pig goes into his property, probably a wild pig, and he shoots it and kills it. Okay. So what, right? They said that that pig was owned by the Hudson Bay Company, the co-brothers of their time. Right? They ran Canada. So there's tension, right? It's standoff like this, I'm sure. Got somebody pointing a gun at him, pointing a gun at him. Anyway, word gets back to Buchanan, and he sends troops from Kansas where they need troops. You know, and they're not going by 747, they don't walk there, right? You get to Washington, so it takes a while. And of course, by the time they get there, nothing happened, right? Whatever, settled, but meanwhile, in Kansas, you know, there's only 12 to 15,000 soldiers in America. I don't know how many went after the Big War, but even if there were 300, that's a large percentage of the American army that's swept up there. So, you know, so that's one of the sort of funny mistakes. We made Paraguay, and that's an important war that we needed to hate. So, you know, you think we'd have foreign entanglements to worry about Syria. And the United States made Paraguay, and made British Columbia, so there's my guide. So so you know, I think there are also funny and interesting stories about him, but about any year. So that's why I encourage anybody to think about it. You know, Ron Chernow, the author of Hamilton, is now working on a book about U.S. Iran. He's coming into my territory. Obscure presidents. I mean, he wrote about Washington, he wrote about warburgs, and financiers, and now he's writing about U.S. Grant. You know, I hope it takes a real long time to find somebody else. I really know my next book is not going to be Franklin Pierce's Savage. It's not going to be. I've done this book, but it's really been a lot of fun. And if you read it, I hope you find this one inside you, because that's what this we should do. All right, so I've got my spiel, so if anybody wants to ask a question, or hire the word need to go out for a drink, that's fine.
Do people of Cleveland know that you've written this?
Oh yeah, it's a great, how many hours with Patrick Martin? 3 or 4 hours with the guy, and he really acknowledges it. Buchanan wasn't a great person. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. So, yeah. He's in the book.
So, what became of Buchanan after Lincoln became president?
Okay, so Buchanan goes home, right, to Lancaster. It's a beautiful house. If you're in the beautiful houses, you should go to Lancaster and see it. I don't think you have to get the presidential legacy, but it's a beautiful house. And he has a lot of stuff. He was a rich guy. He bought a lot of stuff. He married and he bought a lot of stuff. He went to weights and dinnerware and all that stuff. Furniture. But so he goes back there and he decides he's going to write his memoirs. Now, you know, memoir writing wasn't what it was. You know, if you go back to all these other guys, Jefferson sort of wrote memoir, but not really. You see letters back and forth. So Buchanan really was sort of the person who wrote a memoir in the sense that memoirs are written today. But mostly it's going to be about his defense of himself. most of what his memoir does is cascade the North starting the Civil War. The abolitionists particularly. They riled up and said, the Southerners were doing just fine, they were riled up. So immediately when he comes back, he's still sort of blooded. People come to Lancaster. He's greeted pretty well on the train and way back. Lincoln provides some guards a bit. And, but at some point the Civil War is the Civil War. And so people come and throw vegetables in his house. They graffiti his walls. Hard to believe, right? So he becomes, as much as Lincoln is blamed for the Civil War, he's really sort of blamed for it by people too. He goes to 1860, he doesn't read his memoirs eventually. He didn't read them. I would say that he agreed reading, but a lot of people don't sound like that. And it's clear that he wrote them because they're in the style of his letters. It wasn't, he did try to get people to help him, but he eventually did it himself. And Vicksburg was not far, but he thought he was going to be captured if the Confederates sort of came by Lancaster on the way to Gettysburg way back, which of course it wasn't. So he lived an interesting life, certainly. And anyway, to show his legacy is not what we would want yours to be. John Updike, John Updike is over. He wrote a play called Buchanan Dying. John Updike's pretty famous, right? His play Buchanan Dying has been performed twice. Both by colleges. Once it was just Reed, and the other was at Franklin and Marshall, which is the college that actually Buchanan founded. He got Franklin College and Marshall College together in Lancaster. And so I did some positive.
I realize the Democrats were a national party as opposed to Republicans, but did you get any sense as to why, as a Northerner, he so ardently held on to that Southern viewpoint?
It was not unusual.
No,
They never wrote. They were called dough faces, and they wrote that, like their faces, they could be molded to anything. I really think that part of his issue is that he was in Washington for a long time, right? And Washington was a southern city. And most of the people who were there for a long time were not Northerners. They had railroads to get back and forth. Joe Biden was there today, right? Not the same, of course, it's not Amtrak, but all that. Anyway, so it was easy to get to Washington from the north, not so easy from the south, not so many railroads that were by boat a lot. Most of the people who stayed in Washington were Southerners. They're your buddies, that's who you meet, that's who you party with, that's who you see. It's not so unusual that you would at least, even if you didn't take up their opinions, you would live with it. So that's probably part of it, obviously.
What was the perception of Buchanan in the press? Did they criticize him during his presidency, or was it until after?
Yeah, but the press is so partisan. One of the appointments you get as president or senator or whatever is the person who will run your newspaper. So it's a very partisan press. People didn't like it, people liked it. The neutral press was really part of the business.
How do you reconcile the fact that this was a man with such incredible CV, was such a disaster?
Yeah. Well, this was what I was asking you, right? Sunday. I think about it. Because they're trying to compare it to Hillary Trump, obviously. I wouldn't necessarily say that. But I think that his experience was not the experience of an executive. Washington made decisions. As a general, as the Congress said. Buchanan really never made decisions. Even the Secretary of State was sort of an advisor to Polk as opposed that's sort of where it sits.
What's your opinion why he didn't get along with the Philadelphia Democrats? He was always a Western.
Right, well, that's it. You know, everybody's a person, right? Philadelphia Democrats felt that they were right. You know, and anybody from the West, it's not because it was the West, was not. So he tried to be more conciliatory than not. So at least he kept his power in central Pennsylvania. But the Philadelphia Democrats are much more substantial. George Dallas, particularly. I always find it ironic that the Philadelphia Eagles fans think Dallas is the great, Satan, and yet George Dallas is very, very early for the time.
Reflect on the speculation that he was gay.
Okay, yeah, so he's going to, if you want to hear me again, Mike's going to be in a conversation with me tomorrow at Parson over in the Square. So, I conclude that he is gay. I know that's a surprise to somebody who considers it. His fiance, this is another great story. Right? You can imagine this happened to Donald Trump or Mrs. Clinton. They wouldn't even know. He was engaged to the daughter of perhaps the richest man in Pennsylvania, Ann Coleman was the woman's name. He's doing some business in Philadelphia. And he comes back, and on his way back, he stops by his friend's house. At his friend's house is the cousin of his friend's wife. Gossiping where it is in Lancashire, of all 6,000 people. He comes back to Ann Coleman, and he's making eyes at this woman. Ann Coleman breaks off the engagement. So he's sort of upset, but he's figuring out this is, it's politics. I just have to let it go. And so he's got some business to do anyway. In the meantime, Ian's sort of regretting her decision. She's 23 years old, getting pretty old for an old baby. Days, well, they have 10 children, you gotta start. So she, her sister was over there in Philly, over by Independence Hall, and her older sister, and her younger sister, she decided to go visit her. We'll go to the theater, we'll go out to eat, just like today. So they get to here, and they're staying with another friend. And the older and younger sister decided to go to the theater, and says, I'm not feeling so hot. Why don't you go out? We'll go out tomorrow. They come back, and he's in hysterics. They call the doctor. He's never seen anything like this. She gets well, and then in the middle of the night, she gets in hysterics again and dies. Well, did she commit suicide? I don't know. Probably. Because they only recorded this as a judge that they stayed with her for 518 Walnut Street. You can go over there, it's not because they just were the grandson that's all there. Or they actually across the street. And so I think he is traumatized. I think he's egocentric, and I don't think he's gay. I think he just doesn't. There's real, I hate to say it this way. My kids would yell at me. But if people thought he was gay, wouldn't they say this in campaign literature? These were terrible times. Anything that you learn was bad. Right? As opposed to good. Even today, it was sort of that way. I know that I can't project what homosexuality was in the middle of the 19th century, but I'm betting it wasn't normal. So I have no evidence, and it's only circumstantial. I sort of believe that the time there was a time he was going to get married to Don Madison's niece, because she was awfully young. We wrote a poem about it. But in any case, that's my belief.
So at the end of the book, you mentioned that you visited the Jersey Shore. I assume that wasn't Stone Harbor.
No, it's Cape May. Yeah. You got sick, you got Cal. So what happens in the Jersey Shore now? You're right, y'all, nice to meet you. All right, thank you very much.